I went 10 kilometers up the river just to see what is happening there. And alas, this is what I saw. The river is flowing gently. There is a lot of water here, and I got the opportunity to test this cold water of River Njoro. Wow, the water is very cold. Feel good. There are no garbage in this part of the river, which shows that the garbage that normally gets into the river comes from the lower side of the river. Most of the garbage comes from Njoro. When it rains, water normally takes down the garbage, and there are so many trenches that are directed to the river. So when it rains, the water comes from the upper part of Nakuru town to the lower part, carrying a lot of garbage, which is dumped into Lake Nakuru. And I don't know why there's water here, and the other side of the river there's no water, which is just 10 kilometers down the street. Water is a livelihood for many animals, and without it, they cannot survive. It is early in the morning, and these different species of birds seems to be enjoying bathing in the cold water of River Njoro. Maybe due to lack of water, they have not bathed for a long time. Birds like this one have been forced to move from the other side of the river to this place where they can find food. Every bird that comes to the river normally take a few sips before it starts bathing. The water here is cold, and some birds here are bathing. Others are having a cold drink. Apart from the several bird species that are found in the river, there are also different kinds of butterflies like this. This cow has come to the river to take a cold sip. It seems to be enjoying as water moves down its stomach. Yeah, the water is nice. Let me try another sip. A long sip. Yeah, I'm now full. These two doves have come to the river to look for water. This one is thirsty, and I see it is taking a few sips. This one is foraging for food in the river. Yeah, it's a found some. There are two, they are competing for food. This land here is a riparian land, and the land on my left side is owned by the Rift Valley Science and Technology. And they have not fenced their land up to the river like people on the other side, but they have observed the law by leaving a riparian land. This is a land where people can move around the river Old people can bring the animals and the animals can come and drink water because there's a passageway and access to the river. When people fence their lands up to the river, they deny those animals passage where they can go up to the river to drink water. The Rift Valley Science and Technology also have planted trees along the river. This one is a forest that is along the river. There are several trees behind me that have been planted by people around this locality. This means that people on this part of the river are observing the law. Birds here are chanting different kind of song, and this one is a paradise for the birds because there's water, there's food, and there's home that is in the trees which are planted around the river. This hawk here has come to prey on the birds which are present on this part of the river. So it means water is food to everyone. If the birds were not here, this hawk could not have come here to look for food. This clean water is moving gently down the stream. There's a lot of water here. This is one of the drainage found in Kapchembo area, and there's a clear indication that the residents here are throwing garbage into this drainage, as seen from this hole which has been left so that water can enter into the drainage. Every hole that is left in the drainage is filled with garbage, and I don't know what is inside here. This one is also another drainage in Kapchembo area, and there are water bottles here. Used water bottles. On my right, there's a drainage which has been covered on all sides. In this drainage also, people have been throwing garbage into it. This drain helps the people of Kapchembo because of flooding nowadays because of this drainage, which are constructed along the road in Kapchembo. The only problem that you are having is that the residents of this place are throwing garbage into this drainage. The river from this drainage is around 50 meters, and this drainage normally empties what it has collected all over Kapchembo ward into River Njoro, and River Njoro is going to transport all this garbage into Lake Nakuru.
Kwa majina naitwa Java, mimi mkazi wa hii area. Huku tuna shida kadha. Kwamba waheshimiwa wetu at least wakuja watembee waone vile area iko. Na tushikane pamoja tufanye mambo mbili tatu. Wana kama saizi inajaza peke yake inapeleka maji Ndaru. Na hiyo kuna makosa. Inafaa irekebishwe. At least ionyeshwe drainage penye itakuwa na drainage.
Kwa majina naitwa Edwin. Mimi ni mkazi wa Kapchembo, mwisho wa lami hapa Nakuru City. So hasa kama upande huu kama ingekuwa na njia ya watu waelimishwe jinsi ya kusanya takataka pamoja, ili kama kuna mali penye inaweza chomwa ama isanywe pamoja, iwe ya kwamba itaweza kusaidia, kwa sababu ukiangalia kuanzia mahali penye tuko sahizi na kuelekea upande wa lake ama kuelekea kwa mto ni kama mita 150. So iwe ni njia moja ya kwamba iweze kuangalia mambo ya environment, kwa sababu isipoangaliliwa vizuri itaweza kuleta magonjwa. Bora sana watu waelimishwe, wajue ya kwamba mazingira tunzwe. Hasa kama ikinyesha siku ya leo, utakuta ya kwamba inasanya, kwa sababu unakuta ya kwamba kuna ile imekaa sana, hasa kuna mawe yenye imeweza iangukie ndani ya drainage. So unapata ya kwamba ile takataka itaweza kusanyika mahali moja na maji haitaweza kupata njia ya kupitia. So itaweza hata kuingia kwa barabara, na unakuta ya kwamba kuna magari, kuna watu wanatembea pamoja. So utakuta ya kwamba maji yatapakaa kila mahali. Takataka hii ikitoka hasa hapa inaelekea kwa mto, na ikienda kwa mto hiyo inaharibu upande wa lake side.
After those drainages have emptied the garbage into this river, this is what is found down the river. The result of this drainage draining their garbage into the river is going to fill the river with the garbage. Also, this part of the river is dry, and when I was on the other upper part of the river, there's still water. And behind me, you can see there's water on the other side of the river, and this water has come from this drainage because people have directed their sewerage into the drainage. This is one of the bridges connecting Barut Ward and Kaptembo Ward, and from this part of the river it is dry. This is the other part of the bridge, and there's water here. This water has come from the drainage which is draining sewerage water. People have connected their sewages direct to this trench, and this trench is going to empty all the sewage into this river. And this sewage, when there's water, is going to be carried down Lake Nakuru. So I'm urging the residents of Kaptembo not to direct their sewage into drainage like this one. All this garbage has come all the way from Kaptembo Ward, and it's being directed into Njoro. The concerned authorities should come to the rescue of this river.